Yeah, hang with us as we install the fairy house, which is going to be this 10 by 12 dovetail cabin that was cut with the Dovetail Tools jig. And we're going to install that in the woods as a fairy cabin with a wraparound deck. Hang with us and kind of get to see all of the steps. First up is clearing the land. We are at Star Hill getting ready to do the 10 by 12 fairy house build. What are you guys going to do?
Well, today we're going to start prepping the site, clearing out all the underbrush so that we can put together a nice little she cabin for my wife here. And she and her daughter will decorate it.
All right, and we're going to use these timbers here. It's going to be a 10 by 12 dovetail cabin, and we'll show you how it works. Yeah, this fairy cabin, I'm super excited about this project. Reason being, yeah, that I get to build it for my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. And I built a lot of structures over the last few years, but they're always for somebody else. They're always for, you know, and then we have to sell them after class and all that kind of stuff. And in this case, we've got that dovetail jig. And boy, it's going to be a really awesome adventure for us. And we hope that you stay with us. This is our dovetail fairy cabin that's going to go in the woods. So we are building a 10 by 12 dovetail cabin. You can actually see the dovetails. So those dovetails were cut using the Dovetail Tools chainsaw jig. Very, very quick work. We cut the whole cabin in a weekend. Right now we're staining up all of the pieces. We're using a Prolux product that's a cedar color. And yeah, we're going to get everything stained up. And this cabin is going to go back in the woods. It'll go back in the woods over this direction. And it's going to be a fairy cabin for my daughter-in-law and my 4-year-old granddaughter. She's going to, we're going to put it on a real big base. It'll be a 10 by 12, really heavily structured base. As far as the footings go, we're probably going to use large slabs. We'll dig some holes, maybe 24 inches deep, 30 by 30. Pack it real well in layers as we do that, and those layers will get packed individually about every 2 inches. And then up towards the top, we'll probably pour a 6-inch slab. And then, because we're not down below the frost line, and this is just a cabin in the woods, we'll put some screw jacks on there. So if it moves, we can level it if we need to. And it becomes, a pretty easy, straightforward system to do in the woods, and not too much of a problem. This is the general location. So we started to clear the area. We got a little bit more clearing that we're going to do. But the cabin itself is going to go right over here. Probably just the other side of that pile of brush. We got to get it all cleared out. We started doing this. We did all of this work here with a chainsaw and a mini excavator. You know, we don't have a skid steer, so we had to use what we had, and that little Chinese mini worked very, very well for the work. And the cabin's going to go in this location right here. Got a lot of work to do yet. And then we're going to have a wraparound deck. The deck's going to provide a view kind of right out over this bluff here. So it's really a beautiful area. This, I believe, my family has named Freedom Rock. So this is going to be the ferry cabin out at Freedom Rock. And, you know, just kind of stay with us as we continue down this path.